Alright, what is up guys? Storm back here with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be explaining the first Shinobi World War. So, let's just jump right into this. Alright, so the first Shinobi World War, or simply the Shinobi World War, was the first of the great wars that involved the majority of Shinobi villages and countries. There are a few reliable surviving records of this war, but the experiences of this war led to the birth of the tactics that still form the cornerstone of warfare. It ended with an armistice treaty, but only after all the 5 great nations had been seriously damaged. Even then, the peace only lasted another 20 years, until the Second Shinobi World War erupted. The war started not long after the system of one Shinobi village per country was established by the founding of Konohanagier after the Warring States period. During the war, to try and maintain a balance of power, the first Hokage, Hashirama, divided the tailed beasts among the other 5 major villages when he began his peace talks with them. So, when did this happen, you might be asking? Well, since the first Hokage, Hashirama, died in this war, he lived to see Tsunade develop a gambling addiction, so this war took place around 50 years ago from the start of Naruto. Now, who fought in this war? Well, the main combating forces during this war were the 5 nations, at least. Hashirama's first Kage summit, where he divided the tailed beasts among the other nations as a means of balancing power and establishing a peace among them, also established their participation in the war, like I mentioned earlier. We also know that the war spilled in the next generation of Kage, even 3rd. The second Mizukage was familiar with the second Tsuchikage and 3rd Raikage, only not knowing the 4th Kazekage upon being resurrected. Their assumption that Tobirama was the caster of Edo Tensei, bringing them back, assumes that Mu, 2nd Tsuchikage, and Gengetsu, 2nd Mizukage, died before Tobirama's own death at the hands of the Kenkaku unit. Lady Chiyo and Lord Ebisu likely participated, given their ages in early records, as Suna Shinobi. Setsuna Uchiha, a notable anarchist of the Uchiha clan, who went against Tobirama's policies that entirely fell under this era, presumably also was a part of this war. Some notable battles were Mu vs Gengetsu, Tobirama vs Kinkaku and Genkaku, and Tobirama vs the Kinkaku unit. So, the war forever impacted the ninja world. Like I said earlier, many of the future strategies and tactics would be born here. The most notable of which is that the tailed beasts were formally distributed. Konoha retained Kurama. Suna opted out of the sale, having sailed Shukaku in exchange for more funds from other nations and fertile land from the Land of Fire. Kiri gained the 3-tailed Isobu and 6-tailed Seiken. Iwa gained the 4-tailed Son Goku and 5-tailed Kokuo. Kumo gained the 2-tailed Matatabi and 8-tailed Yugi. It should also be noted that the 2nd Tsuchikage Mu had a policy of using underhanded tactics and attempted to steal the other Jinchuriki from other nations. Inoki would later adopt this style from his teacher as the 3rd Tsuchikage. The war also saw the betrayal of the Gold and Silver Brothers against Kuma Gekir, launching a rebellion during a peace treaty between the 2nd Hokage and 2nd Raikage during this era, setting back village relations for years. With the 2nd Hokage's regime, resentment would begin to arise within the Uchiha clan over the lack of government representation and the creation of military police force. This, in turn, would lead to Madara Uchiha gaining sympathizers years after exiling him from their clan, such as Setsuna Uchiha. Now, what was the cost? Well, this war took many lives, notably such as the first global-scale conflict of multiple nations. Such casualties were Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage, Tobirama Senju, the 2nd Hokage, who gave his life to act as a decoy so his escort unit could escape the Kinkaku unit. Presumably, the rest of the first generations of Kage perished as well, Reto, Byakuren, Ishikiwa, and A. Gengetsu Hozuki, the second Mizukage, died in combat. To Mu, the second Tsuchikage. Mu, the second Tsuchikage, also killed Gengetsu along with them. The attempted coup d'etat by the Kengaku unit presumably also resulted in the death of the second Raikage as well. Alright, so that's pretty much everything we know, but anyways, what did you think of this era compared to the later wars we know more of, and is there anything in particular you'd wish to know more of? Was Hashirama in the wrong for calling this peace summit given the effects they would have regarding the tailed beasts? Was the establishment of villages worth it given the more expansive conflicts that it brought in the ninja wars instead of clan battles from the era of warring states? Well, just let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you would like me to explain the second Shinobi World War. But anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.